Hello, stamping friends. I'm Lisa Fulford, your creative coach, and I want to welcome you to my studio. Please take a moment and in the comments below, let me know where you're viewing from. I'd like to know where everybody's at and where you're viewing from and what type of weather you're having. So just leave me a comment and let me know where you're viewing from. I think it's awesome that we can all connect worldwide and chat and become friends. And so I'm looking forward to becoming friends with all of you. If this is your first time here, I do welcome you. And I hope that you find some inspiration. And if you're a returning viewer, I appreciate you so much. Thank you for returning. And if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel. I'd greatly appreciate that. It helps me to grow my business and to connect with all of you. And it will also let you know whenever I upload new content. And so I am trying to start my 2025 journey a little bit differently, and so I am hoping to connect with all of you. I am putting what cards that I make, I'm putting them on Instagram, Facebook, um, and then of course here on YouTube. And so let's get started with our project today. Today is Technique Tuesday. And so I always try to bring something that's a little bit different. And today's is from, oh, her name's Lisa Caricio, I believe her name is. She said that she had got this technique from one of her friends or customer or something like that. I think it was one of her friends. And so she liked it so much that she recreated it. And so I think that was about 9 months ago, and I just happened to run across it. So maybe you haven't seen it either. And so I think it's all a very cute take on a card. And so I'm always looking for something a little bit different. So I'm going to get started with today's Technique Tuesday. So hang on one moment. There we go. And it is an awesome time for Stampin' Up because the new mini catalog has gone live, and then it's also the celebration time, and so it's one of the most fabulous times. You get free product, and who does not want free products? So with that being said, the card that I'm going to do today is out of the mini catalog, but then the embellishments are and the paper are coming from the celebration. So I will show you what we're using. We're going to use this set here, and it's the Love Hugs and Love stamp set, and it's a bundle, and it says to the point label punch. So let's see, what is the name of, no, I'm not certain what the name of the actual bundle is, unless it's the Hugs for Love. It does not say. It says the stamp set and punch is this. Oh, Hugs for Love bundle. Yes, there it is. And so I just found it to be fitting for, Valentine's Day will be coming up soon. And so I love this punch. I like the different little designs that you can put on your punch. And so we're going to do a Valentine's card. So this is what the bundle is that we're using, and it's $38.50. So that's a really good deal. But if you put just a little bit more with that, you could get something out of the celebration catalog. So let's go to that. So on this page, we have the Blooms Impressions 12 by 12 paper, and we're going to use that on our card. And then we're also going to embellish it here with the purple adhesive back sequence. And so my Make It Monday also used this paper and the sequence. So I'm trying to use some of the same product in the same week so that you can see different ways of using those things. But I'm also then showing you a different product, either whether it be an online exclusive or out of the mini catalog. And then that way you have an item or a bundle or something that you may be interested in purchasing, and then that would get you going towards getting your free products. So you earn free products with either a $60 purchase or $120. This one is a $60 purchase, free with $60, and so are the sequins. So if you spend $120, you could either purchase one of the product or receive one of the products that's for the $120 purchase, or you can pick two of the ones that are for $60. Now that's only in the US. In Canada, I don't remember what the pricing is there, but you would have to purchase from a demonstrator there. And if you do not already have a demonstrator, I would so love to earn your business. And I post these videos and different things trying to give to you ideas and different avenues of how you could use your products. And then I do have classes that I charge for, but as of right now, I've been doing a lot of the free online classes. So we'll get started with the card. So I said we're going to use this. So I have that here handy. So I'll put this off to the side. So I have the punch here. And then I also have the stamp set, and it's a gorgeous set. So when it's in the catalog, yeah, it looks one way, but then whenever you can see it in person and then see the different stamps and different things like that, look, there's a glare. There we go. Then they look different sizes. When you're seeing it in a catalog, that's one thing, but when you see it in person, have it in hand, that's another thing. So that is the stamp set that we're going to use. And I'm going to set that right over here, and I'll put the punch over there with it. But this is the cards, okay? So it is a pleat card. So you can see that this right here is all pleated. I don't know if you can or not. So right there, it's just pleats, different things. And so this one, I just made another one just to give it a secondary idea. But this is the one that we're going to make, and it's the Happy Valentine's. And it also is pleated because that's the type of card that it is. And so this one I will show you how to do, but this one's made the same way. It's just made with different supplies, different card stocks, different embellishments and things like that. So I'm going to set this off to the side, but I'll try to remember to bring it back into camera whenever I'm finished with the video. I'm hoping this doesn't go real long because I've been doing a lot better about them being short. And so, and then of course the sequins. I used them yesterday and I'm going to use them again today. So another thing different I'm doing for 2025 is I'm trying to give you the measurements and things so that you can screenshot them if you want. And I'm going to go back for the video from yesterday and put in the measurements from yesterday's card. And then I will do the same. I'll put these measurements in the bottom of this video. I just forgot to do it yesterday, so I will add that in. But here are the different measurements. I'm trying to get it fairly straight. And it's Hugs for Love. And then it's each layer, what their measurements are. And then down here, I'll tell what these measurements are. But it's a half, 1, 2, 2.5, 3.5, 4, 5, 5.5, and 6.5. So you might not be able to see that real well, but I will put that in the description underneath the video. So I'm going to put that here with the card. And then we'll bring in our pieces here. So our base is, this is a Coastal Cabana, and it's 8.5 by 5.5, and I scored it at 4.25. Then I have a basic white layer here, and that's layer 2, and it's 4 inches by 5.25. Then our layer 3 is that Bloom Impressions paper, And this is gorgeous right here. And this is 4 inches by, no, 3 7/8 right there. 3 7/8 by 5 1/8 for that. I do have another layer for the basic white 4 by 5 1/4, but it's for the inside, so I did not post that on there, so I'll set that up there for now. Then layer 4 is coastal. Whoops, I put Costa instead of coastal, so I need to put that. Sorry about that. Coastal. And that piece is 2 3/4 by 4 1/4. And then we have another piece of basic white, which is layer 5. It's 2 5/8 by 4 1/8. And then this piece is also the Bloom Impressions, and it's 4 inches by 7 inches. And then I'll tell about the scoring on that. And then I have a piece here. I don't even know what size it is. Look here real quick. 3/4 inch, I do believe. And then I'm going to cut it down. But I have that for the sentiment. And then this piece here is just scrap for to do the focal part. So we will do this piece first. Okay, so I'm going to set these up here. We don't need to see those. I will bring in my paper cutter. This is a brand new one, but for whatever reason, it keeps, my part here keeps coming off, and I have to keep sticking it back down. All right, so we're going to put it in with the 7 inch at the top. Okay, and then we're going to put it at a 1/2 inch. Certain which one's lighter one's my scoring. And then we're going to score. And we're going to move it over to 1 inch and score. Then we're going to go to 2 inches, score, 2 1/2, and score. 3 1/2 and score. 4 inches, oops, and score. 5 inches and score. 5 1/2 and score. And I'll open this arm up. And this little line here is our 6 1/2 inch mark. And then we'll score 6 1/2. So it's hard to see the scoring on there. And I think if I bend it a little bit, you can see those score lines. So they're on there. All right. So I'm going to set this off to the side for now. We'll deal with that in just a moment. I want to get some bits and pieces off my counter. So I'm going to grab my foam folder, take my piece of Coastal Cabana, line it up. Ow. So there's the front. Then we're going to take layer 2 and layer 3, and we're going to put glue layer 3 to layer 2. I love connecting with my viewers, and I do appreciate, and I appreciate everyone who has subscribed to my channel. And I hope that you're enjoying the content that I'm bringing to you. Sometimes I stress a little bit on, oh, I need a technique or something like that. And then it's like I come across something and I'm like, I don't know why I stress about it. As long as I'm sharing cards with everybody, I think I stress more than what other people stress about it. There we go. And then my daughter reminded me today that this week is my mystery stamping on Thursday, so I gotta get those clues posted on my Facebook page. So there's that. So we've got that. And then we're going to do a little bit of stamping before, that way it has a chance to dry. And let's see, our ink is going to be Melon, Mambo, and Blackberry Bliss, I believe. That'll give it a chance to dry while we're doing the rest of it. So I'm going to take this border, and I want to move it around so that, sometimes, see, it's kind of light in the middle of my ink pad, so that means there's not as much ink there. So I'm trying to make certain I have it where there's some nice ink. And I'm going to come here and press. Like that. And I'll set this off to the side. I'll clean that in a moment. And then I want to bring in the heart. This is one stamp. It looks like it's different stamps, but it's not. I'm going to come in here in the middle. Whoops. Hope that did all right because I just rocked with it. Oh, it looks good. Right, so there's that. And then I'm going to grab the Blackberry Bliss. Oh, we're going to need that again here in a second. So I'm going to grab the Blackberry Bliss and the words Happy Valentine's Day. And I'm going to ink those up. Like I said, I like to go over the ink pad. And then I'm going to try to get it straight. That looks pretty good. And then this piece here for the inside, when I'm finished with, that I can put up there, and that right there. I'm going to use the little hearts. And there's several of them on this one stamp. I'm going to ink this up, come up here, stamp them in the corner, turn it, stamp them in that corner, come down here, stamp in that corner, and stamp in that corner. I could have done them upside down here, but I didn't like the way that looked. So I decided to just turn them a different direction and have them down there. All right, so the stamping I do believe is finished. So I want this to dry, but I think we can go ahead and punch this out and we can get this off. I'll bring this in here and try my best. I'll just kind of get tight with my punch. Just trying to line it up, kind of get it centered. Looks pretty good, so we'll go ahead and punch that out. Go. And I must have used Berry Burst on this one, but I think I'm gonna like the Melon Mambo. But that's okay. I can always change. All right, so this is the one that we're going to need. I'm going to put these all together to put this piece here on. All right, so there's an end that's got 2 of the little lines. Let's see if I can get it to... Okay, so here's a line. And you can't see it any better on the back, but there's a line. Okay, you can see it right down here, and then there's the second line. So when the ones that are too close together, that'll be the left side of your piece. So that first one's going to be a mountain. So you're gonna, and you don't want to use a bone folder on this. Okay, so that's gonna be mountain. Then this next one's gonna be valley. So we're just gonna do mountain, valley, mountain, valley. Now this one's mountain. When it's in person, you can see the score lines. I know it's hard to see it on camera. So this one's going to be mountain. And I'm just using my hands to press it. You don't want to use the bone folder. You want the pleats to kind of stay open a little bit. Okay, so that one's mountain. I'm trying to get this one about there. Sometimes it's hard to manipulate it, but just work with it. Okay, so mountain, valley, mountain, valley, mountain, valley, mountain, valley, mountain. And so when you kind of put it all together, and like I said, you don't want to crease it too much, then this is what you get. You get that pleat. So right there, get it like that. So now then, just going to fold it over again. Just use my hand. I don't want to press too hard. All right, so now then, we're going to take some dimensionals. Now she used more dimensionals than what I'm going to use. Not that, you know, I've got to save them by any means. It's just that I didn't think that it needed as many as she used, but I haven't mailed one of these yet to know. But this one seemed to hold pretty well. So I'm going to take and put in this crease, that's not the first one, but the second one. I'll put 1 and 2. She did 3, but I'm just going to do 2. So then this other next little crease, I'm going to do 1 and 2. I'm just going to keep going, doing on each one of those little ones on the right side of the mountains. That's where I'm putting my dimensionals. Whoops, took the back off that one. Here. Whoops. And there. All right, so then once you got 2, 4, 6, 8, then you have these 2 little flaps on the end. I'm going to flip that over, and we're going to put dimensionals on the back of those 2. So there's going to be 1, 2, 3, and 4. So there, that's that part of it. So I'm going to take this and this off. That one, whoops. All right. So I want to press this one towards that, and this one towards that. So now this is what it should look like. You have the front of it facing the back. All right, so now then we're going to turn it over, and you want the dimensionals on the left right here on this edge, and this should not have any dimensionals on it. Then I'm going to take these off and lay it over, take this one and this one here off and lay that one over. Whatever reason, this backing there. And then bring that one over. And then we're going to fold that one over. So there is our pleat. Okay. And I'm not pressing it. I'm just lightly trying to get those to stick to each other. And then we'll check and make certain that it will go on our white piece. And it will. So now then, you need to make certain that the edges, this like soft edges of the pleat are facing you. And you need to make certain this is the front, this is the back. Okay? So then, there's my Stampin' Seal. For whatever reason, this area here is really dark. I have my lights as bright as I can make them. Alright, so I'm going to take the Stampin' Seal. I'm making certain I have it right here because I did one where I did it on the wrong side and went the wrong direction. So the pleats are facing me. And Stampin' Seal Plus is what she said worked best. And then I'm going to go this way with it. Because being it's going to be under a lot of stress because of the way it's pleated. So it normally wants to curve, but now that I'm going to turn this horizontal, I'm going to start here with a little bitty border there. Oops. Haven't stuck that down. It did stick pretty well, but I forgot to do the top and bottom. So I'm going to do a little bitty border and then center it from top to bottom and just work my way over. All right. So now it's on my panel here. There we go. Just rub it a little bit, and then we're going to glue it to our next piece. Okay. Turn that sideways. There we go. Start adding. There we go. Like that. And now then, make certain it's going the right direction. I'm going to add that Stampin' Seal Plus on the back of this as well. Not doing very well with this. I usually always use liquid glue just so I can move it around. But so the rough edge of the pleat is on my left and the rounded tucked under pleat is on my right. And I want to do my best to center. I'm just going to lay it down and see what it looks like. Looks all right to me, so I'm going to press it. I'll turn it over. Press from the back, so I'm not completely smashing those pleats. I want them to be raised up. So here you can see all the pleats. Now we're going to do embellishing. We'll put this on the inside. I'm just going to use glue for this one. I go from corner to the center because I want my corners to definitely be glued down. And less glue is best. Just make certain to get some in the corners. If you put too much glue, it makes it to warp the paper. There we go. So that's our inside piece. Now, this is going to go about there. And then down here, I want about, I think, 3/4 or a 1/2 inch on each end. So I'm going to bring in my paper trimmer. And I'm going to take this S and I'm going to put it about at that 1/2 inch mark. So here's the 1/2 inch mark. So I'm just eyeballing it. Okay. I'm going to turn this around. And that V, this edge of the V, I'm going to do the same thing. Just kind of eyeballing it with the 1/2 inch mark. Paper cutter must be set up different than my other one because I keep wanting to grab the wrong blade. So we have to change it. All right, so let's see if this will fit. Whoops. That fits in there just fine. This goes up here just fine. So I'm going to put this down first. I'm going to add liquid glue. Okay. And the reason why I put it all over it is because the pleats. So now I want to hold that there for a moment. Because we want to make certain that that glue adheres well. But the glue is best here, so I'm going to turn that over. That way it's getting some pressure, but not smashing the pleats. There we go. That should be enough. Feels like it's attached. And then we're going to bring this in and add it right down here. We want to leave it so you can see the pleats down there. So I'm going to add some glue. Oops, don't want to put it on upside down. I just about did. And the Happy Valentine's Day. I think I'm at about 30, almost 35 minutes. All right, so let me grab, oh, here they are. Let me grab the sequins. And I can use whatever ones that I want. Oops, I forgot I had all those on there. The trash is behind me for right now. I'm going to grab these lighter ones. Put one there. One up here. I'm going to grab a few of these a little bit darkers. All right, so kind of like that. So I put a few more sequins on this one than I did this other one. And so we have Berry Burst, and this one here is Melon Mambo. So you could choose which one you like. This one's more of a traditional, little bit more red than this one, but I think they're both cute. But we're not quite finished. I've got some of the stuff sticking out. I have that one up there. I have this piece of paper here, and then I have my spritzer mix. I'm gonna shake it up, and then take it, and I'm gonna spritz this down. It has alcohol and Wink of Stella in there. Let's see if you can see. You can probably see right here a little bit on the white. It's a little bit of a shimmer. In person, you can really see it, but they both have shimmer on them. So those are the cards for our Technique Tuesday, and I hope you'll give this technique a try. It's not hard. It's just remembering which side to start with and the mountains and valleys. And so I will try to, she had a pattern, and so I will try to make one and put it in the description. So if you want to make one of these cards, give me a few days to get that on there. I have, another class coming up, so I'm hoping to get that on there. I didn't think about doing that ahead of time, or I would have tried. So I hope that you'll give this a try, and I hope that you enjoyed your time with me. I so enjoyed my time with you, and I hope that you will, find a little bit of inspiration, and that you'll share this with your friends. You'll like it, subscribe to my channel, and just get crafty. That's the, try things. That's what I do. It's like I just want to try new things. And so that's the biggest step, is just getting your things out and start crafting. Because a lot of times I get a little intimidated, but once I try it, it's not that hard. So until next time, I want to wish you a happy new year and happy stamping. Bye-bye.